Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode. So today I'm going to be working on getting the ceiling and the walls on the camper removed. So let's get started. All right. Well, let me bring you over here. Today she's got a little bit of water coming in, which yeah, it's soaked. It's soaked here or there. It's soaked pretty much everywhere. So I'm just gonna let this drip, and then not sure. I'll clean it up and then we'll go from there. Alrighty, so she's done dripping for the most part, and let me just scoot you out down a little bit. So she's still dripping a little bit over there, but I pulled that chunk down, and then I'm gonna start pulling out the insulation, and then we'll go from there. So let me start getting it bagged up. Alrighty, so I got her stripped down. I got the insulation removed. There's a little bit of trash that I gotta get. Sorry, oh my goodness. I should have put a suit on, but if you look, it's looking pretty good. One thing that I do need to do is this trailer wiring. These lights for the trailer wiring, they're cut and the lights don't really work. But I'm thinking I know why now. It's because it looks like well, actually never mind. There's a ground that went to that light, but I don't see an actual ground. So it could be just grounding through the frame. So most likely it's just probably a grounding issue. I'll have to get my multimeter out and check everything and make sure it's good to go. But here we go. This is what we're looking like. Pretty happy. It's looking pretty good. Can't complain. Yeah, the next step is probably get rid of this stuff in here and throw it away, and then start on the walls. So let's get going. Okay, so I thought I was gonna be able to take off the paneling on the top, but unfortunately I can't. I got to get the paneling on the bottom off because here, let me show you here. So if you look down here, it's got these rubber seals, and I think it's screwed on. So I'm gonna take the bottling panel off. Oh crap, that's not gonna work. And I was gonna drop it down and then get that off, but I guess I can't because this is on the siding here. So let me think about this for a little bit, but while I think about it, I'm just going to continue and take off the bottom half of the paneling here. I thought I was recording when I did this section, when I pulled it off, but I wasn't. So I'll just record while I do over here. So give me a minute here and I'll... So the next thing that I did is I actually removed this door here, and I gotta get this trim off. So there was just screws holding this in and then a few rivets, and I just drilled the rivets out. And then I should be able to just pull it down. Okay, so I'm just gonna screwdriver under. Carefully pull this trim off here. As you can see, I got all the trim and the doors off, so that's good. That's going to help me be able to further get this paneling here off. If you look between here, yeah, it's on and it's screwed in up under here. So I'm just trying to figure out how to go about getting this off in one piece. If I get the paneling off, that's great. And if I get the screws showing, then I can just take my, yeah, I could take a saw and just cut the rest off. But yeah, let me think about it, because I wasn't planning on taking the skin off. Me and my wife were talking about it. It's really not bad condition. There's not a lot of holes and stuff in it. It's just kind of ugly and needs to be painted. So I'm trying to avoid doing all that work. But yeah, let me just think about it for a few minutes here and I'll be right back. And plus, another thing too is, yeah, as you can see, like, it's kind of hard to see, but right here, this is riveted in up here on the top. So it's gonna be really hard to get the paneling off anyway. So let me think about it and I'll be right back. So I started lowering the camper down because I was calling it a day, and while I was lowering it, I heard kind of a pop, and guess what? My cables broke. So we get to replace the cables now. So since I have the interior gutted, this should be hopefully pretty easy. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go on under here and then assess the damage and then go from there on replacing the cable. So let's go check it out. All right, here's where the cable goes here, and clearly snapped off. So the first thing I'm gonna do, and this works out great timing that all this happened, because the camper was in the down position, and generally when it's down you can't replace the cables because you don't have access to anything because of the walls. But since I have the walls out, should be fairly easy to replace. So I'm just gonna pull these cables out here. I believe, yep. So this back one's gonna go to that side. That front one's gonna go over to this side, over here. So it's pretty simple. I'm gonna run the cable through this hole, and then it's just gonna go straight over to this pulley right there. It's kind of hard to see, but there's a pulley right there, and then it shoots up, and then I'll show you the interior once I start running it. So give me a sec here. So inside the camper behind the wall, there's this little hole here. You'll see the door is right here, and then the hole, it's between these two frames, it's right here, and that's where the cable is going to come up. There's a pulley underneath. It's going to go through the pulley and then up and then around this pulley and then down. But I do have to lift this a little bit. So what I did is I put a bottle jack down here and then put this up here. And then I'm just gonna pump this up. I'm not gonna go too high. I just want to go a few inches. And I'll show you why here in a sec. There we go. That's good enough. Because on the outside here, oh, let me come out. Behind this cover, we got water dripping off the roof. It snowed and now it's just melted. We got this cable coming in here. So in order to get this cable out, I had to loosen that up so I could pull it down like this. And then after I loosen these two, the cable will come out and I can take it off and then just run the new one down and over. So let me get set up a little bit more. I lost the other cable already, so I gotta find it. And then, yeah, I'll be right back. Okay, so I got the new cable here. First thing I'm gonna do is, this is the little clevis that goes on. So I'm just gonna slide it onto here. And then I'm gonna come up under here. Sorry, it's a bad angle. And then there's that hole that it goes through is right here. I'm gonna slide it through that hole. And pull a bunch of slack out like this. However much I think I need. Which I know that I have way more than enough. And I'll take the end of the cable here. Again. Then I'm gonna come around over to here. Sorry, it's really hard to film and wiggle around. And I'm gonna go up into this pulley right here. And I see this pulley is actually not turning. So I'm gonna look at that. I'm gonna try to get that loosened up and then hopefully it will raise and lower. It could have been that it was just rubbing and this pulley right here wasn't spinning. So let me get that lubed up and then see if I can get it freed up and spinning. And I'll hit the other side as well. So give me a sec. Okay, so now we're gonna take the cable and go through here and then go up into this hole, which is that hole in the floor that I just showed y'all. And we're just gonna shove it up and then just feed it up into there. So give me a minute here. Yeah, this is kind of hard with one hand here, but you're just going to keep feeding it in. There we go. That's enough. And then we're going to go inside. Let me go inside the camper here. It's kind of dark in here, but here it is. It's up and in. So now we're gonna go up into this pulley here, and then it's gonna go around, and then back down, and then to the outside, which is straight down. So let me just fold that around and feed it down, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so the cable, push it down, and it's right here. So that's where it is. Now they had it coming up and under through here, then around the eye bolt, and then it was clamped in place. So give me a moment here while I go get the eye bolt put on, and I'll be right back. Or the clamp, so give me a sec. Alrighty, there we go. So I went around that eye bolt, put the clamp back on. We're good to go. I just gotta pull the slack out of here and then feed it down in the trailer. Okay, so now that we're back under here, I'm just gonna pull the slack out of this cable here. Make sure it's in the roller. And then it comes around, goes up in here. Then I'm just gonna connect this piece right here, which is that little clamp. I'm gonna connect it on, and then this cable should be fixed, and we should be ready to go. I'll have to do the final adjustment when it's up in the air a little bit, and I'll show you how that's done. But for now, it is good. So give me just a minute. Okay, I got the cable on the bottom all tightened. I actually got them both on. But when you tighten these up, remember how I jacked the top up to lift it a little bit so I get access? Make sure you lower it down before you tighten the cables, and then tighten them down. And then once they're tightened down, you're pretty much good to go. You got to put your covers back on. These are going to be your adjustments here to help you lower it and raise it and level it off. I'll do that at a later date. But for now, let me just get you on the tripod and I'll crank it up and we can watch this together for the first time to see what happens. All right, there we go. I'd say that was a successful cable replacement. Not too hard. Wow, you know what? I'm gonna almost bet I got this pretty level on the first shot. But anyway, there we go. But anyway, on that note, I really appreciate all watching my videos again. If you have any comments, drop them down below. This is my garage. It's getting full of crap and junk. And I got this stuff stacked up here. But anyway, I appreciate you again for watching my videos. Like I said, comment down below, hit the thumbs up, that'd be great. Hit the subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you can know when my next videos come out. And we will catch y'all next time. Later. Peace.